Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday, the 31st of March 2022. It's a privilege to be here, my friends. My fellow viewers, family, friends, call your loved one, send your WhatsApp message, send your 50-cent message, send your messenger message to your friends and family, letting them know that Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Network. So viewers, share our live stream. We are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live, viewers. So remember viewers, yesterday was a holiday in Trinidad and Tobago. Shouters Baptist Day. It's the last day of the month, in the month of March. How time flies. So viewers, just a reminder, Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you 3.5% on our fixed deposit system. Don't forget that. Remember, I'm also a licensed money lender. So if you're looking for a little money borrow, not a problem. You have collateral, not a problem. Feel free to contact us, viewers. 238-6716 or 339-1670. All numbers are on screen here. For North, Central and South Office viewers, we will be glad to do business with you. If your banks don't want to assist you, contact us. We will be glad to. I am Saeed and I love to lend. So as we start off our program tonight, according to reports circulating Trinidad and Tobago social media and also the news in our country, a private forensic report on deceased diver Saieed Ali Jr. found that he was alive in the pipeline after being declared dead by Paria Fuel Trading Company Limited, possibly for up to 39 hours. The attorney, Gerald Ramdin, who shared the findings of the report, stated that Ali's family retained pathologist Herbert Dinsley to perform a private forensic autopsy on Ali's body, which found that he died of asphyxia and not drowning. He also added that the report stated that Ali suffered injuries to his legs. Ramdin emphasized that Ali was alive in the pipeline when Paria made the determination that the divers were dead and when they prevented any rescue effort. Just imagine that, viewers. He noted that Ali's body was discovered at 6 p.m. on Monday, February 28, 2022, and the report found that the earliest time of death would be around 6 a.m. Saturday, 15 hours and 15 minutes after being sucked into the pipeline. Now this is coming from the attorney. Ramdin said the latest time of death was 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, 39 hours and 15 minutes after being sucked in. Now this report, viewers, this report is the report of pathologist Herbert Dinsley. Herbert Dinsley was hired by the family to do a private autopsy on that body. On that body. And the attorney, Gerald Ramdin, shared this. You know, it's sad, you know. It's sad. And on top of this, the company released their statement saying that the divers were dead and also prevented a rescue of these individuals. Ramdin also showed copies of Ali's death certificate, which stated that Date of death was February 28, 2022. Ramdeen called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to immediately suspend the Paria board. Ramdeen shared this document. He shared this document. Just imagine. So what is going to take place now? What type of action is going to take place now? What is the Minister of Energy is going to tell the public? What are they going to tell Paria? What are they going to tell the families now? Now that a private autopsy was done and the findings have been released into the public domain through the Attorney General, through the attorneys representing Ali, and that is Gerald Ramdeen. So what are they going to tell the public now? Now that the findings have been released. Now, yes, it is a touching story. Trinidad and Tobago mourn with the families of the divers. It has been a sad incident in Trinidad and Tobago. But we await the outcome. Now that the autopsy has been revealed into the public domain, we're going to hear what Paria have to say. We're going to hear what the board members have to say. We're going to hear what the Prime Minister have to say. We're going to hear what the Energy Minister have to say. It's sad, but we'll just have to wait and see, viewers, the outcome of this incident. And I hope that it is not being swept under the carpet and forgotten. Energy Minister is the man now to call the shot. Yes, the Energy Minister. And our Energy Minister is no other than Stuart Young, a former Minister of National Security for Trinidad and Tobago. So we're going to await. The findings have been released. We're going to wait the outcome of this whole scenario. Who's going to cover up what now? Let's just wait and see. So viewers, today was SCA in Trinidad and Tobago. Friends and family, if your loved ones have wrote the SCA today, you can feel free to call in tonight, call their name, and wish them all the best tonight. You know, the only show that does that is Real Talk. Last year we did the same thing. Year before that we did the same thing. We're giving you the opportunity to call in to wish your nephew or your brother or your son success in the SEA. Moving along, viewers, Queen Counsel QC Justice Morrison, who will chair a commission of inquiry into the Paria diving tragedy, is expected to visit TNT soon. When contacted for comments, lead counsel for the Commission of Inquiry, Ramesh Lawrence Marad, stated that he is awaiting the terms of the reference of the Commissioner of Inquiries. So, he said, once the chairman visits, there will be a meeting. It is expected that after Cabinet settles the term of reference, each member of the commission will be sworn in, and the legal team will be working with the members of the commission. Maharaj also gave the assurance that as the lead counsel, he was committed to working towards having the commencement of the inquiry completed. In early March, the previously appointed 5-member panel that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley set up was shelved following criticism from the opposition, which led to the withdrawal of one of its members, Eugene Thai. Hey. This is Trinidad. We have a ruling party which is in government, and we have an opposition. And I will tell you something. Before something goes forward in Trinidad and Tobago, two parties must come together to find the do's and the don'ts. I want to let her understand that. Things don't just happen just so. Things don't just happen just so. When the merit list was presented to the president, and she sent it forward, and then retracted, she was supposed to contact the opposition. She was supposed to contact the Prime Minister, have both of them in one room with a discussion, and relate to both parties the reason why the president is going to retract the merit list for the next commissioner of police. But did they do that? No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. So we're going to wait and hear. Once the commissioner is sworn in, Ramesh is willing to conclude this in a short space of time. Let's just wait and see, and just hope that everything goes according to the laws that govern our country. At the end of the day, four divers died, and they were close to one another. The entire population of Trinidad and Tobago mourned the death of these divers. They came together in support. And all we want to see as citizens of our country, that justice prevail. That is all we want to see. Everyone wants the same thing, to see justice prevail for the divers, for the families, and even for the friends, even for Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, Real Talk is about bringing incidents that happen in Trinidad and Tobago to you, to make sense out of it. We bring news in depth in a different way to you. And I ask you to call in to voice your concerns and your opinion of incidents and situations happen in Trinidad and Tobago. Because we live here. We live here. Our voice must be heard. Whether the ruling party like it or not, our voice must be heard. Because I will tell you something. At the end of every 5 years, you see this finger? This finger has plenty power. And at the end of every 5 years, the ruling party, they want to use this finger. This finger they want to use to get back in power. So why it is our voice cannot be heard? Why it is our voice cannot be heard? We are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and if the ruling party that is governing the country presently is doing nonsense, well then they need to hear our voice as citizens coming together. And I want to let you understand something. We, the people, elect these individuals to work for us, not we work for them. And I want to let us start understanding this. They work for us. They came to us to be elected to represent us. Us as a citizen, us as a country, us as an individual. But today, some of the statements that these ministers makes on platform is like they are bullying us. You cannot allow to be bullied by a individual or a minister who came down to you. I want to let you understand this. Let me tell you something. They cannot say side this and side that and side the next. No, I will launch back at them one time. And I would let them know that, hey, you are working for me. Because on the date of election, you all came to me. You all campaigned for weeks for my finger to put an X next to you. It doesn't matter who you are in the government, in the ruling party. As long as you are elected as one of those 41 MPs, you work for me. And I want all of you to start understanding that. You see, from the time you sit down and that knowledge get into you and you understand that, hey, these people working for us, then you will understand that the power you possess as an individual, that's the only time. You see, in other countries, they understand, the citizens understand the power they possess. That is why when a whole country is up against a government, changes takes place. So we are going for a short commercial break, viewers. We have a caller. Good night.
Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think Rowley is going to delinquish the fire people? Do you think he's going to ask them to step down? Answer that question for me, please. Thank you.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, there's lots more in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So viewers, Ministry of Education announced that there will be a full reopening of the education sector from April 19th. Now, this has been met with mixed feelings from parents. Many says they are in support of the ministry's decision, but others have expressed concern about how the safety measures will be enforced. And some are saying the ministry could have waited until September 2022. On Monday, Minister of Education, Dr. Nian Gasby-Dolly, said students at all levels will return to physical classroom. The announcement came on the heels of the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, removing most of the COVID-19 restrictions for the full reopening of the economy. Some believe that parents should have been given time to prepare for the reopening and stated that times are hard now. Another parent said she is not satisfied with the decisions. So viewers, parents will have to fork out cash now that some of them don't have to buy uniforms and other school materials to send their child to school. Now keep in mind, viewers, keep in mind, we are now coming out from a pandemic. Some individuals, some homes have still not catch themselves fully. You know, their arms, they can't reach their demand still. And you know, it's a sad thing, it's a sad thing. But what we gonna do? What we gonna do? They made statements that they want to suspend all online classes. So if they suspend all online classes, well then all students must be in schools face to face with their teachers. Now they are the younger ones in from standard 5 come down to first year. How solid are they in schools? What about the parents? Can the parents afford it? It's tough, but let's just hope, viewers, let's just hope that we could rally through this thing. Moving along, Planning and Development Minister Penelope Beckers has announced that Trinidad and Tobago has found itself in a prime position to benefit from grants funding from the Inter-American Development Bank, that is the IDB. for the sum of US $5 million. This funding is geared towards meeting the development needs of the country through the exchange of information, technologies, known and how, and expertise. The minister also emphasized that this finding will have no financial strain on TNT economy, as it is in the form of a technical support from the IDB for projects contributing to national development. Caller, good night.
Hi, Good night, Saieed Ali. Thank you for allowing me to give my contribution tonight.
You're welcome.
Tonight, Trinidad and Tobago. Saieed, you know, I am looking at the development, and I don't think that the Ministry of Education and the Minister is taking into consideration parents' views with regards to the reopening of school. And you made many important points today, and I had the same concerns with regards to that. Now, when you look at it, right, now you are very correct when you said that right now, because I was just looking on the internet there and I saw where the Minister of Trade said Trinidad and Tobago needs to prepare themselves for more higher prices.
Yes.
Right, with regards to food. Now, the parents right now, the children would have put on a little extra size during that 2 years they were locked down. So, of course, yes, they have to get uniform. Other than uniform, there are other expenses that right now parents are struggling with regards to their homes, because we have an NGO, and a lot of them are fighting right now in the courts for their homes, and that's the first priority, putting a shelter over their children's head, right? Now, on top of it, we are not getting correct information from the ministry. Is it that people are still dying from this COVID? Is it that we still have COVID, original, Delta, and the other variants circulating? Right? Hence the reason why we have some deaths. What are the true records? What are the true, what exactly is happening? We need to know exactly what it is circulating, right? In the Trinidad and Tobago environment, that is where people are still dying. And what exactly is the true figures? On top of it, in the schools, the ministry is breaking their own policy, where they are supposed to be one teacher with regards to preschool, one teacher to every 15 students, and with regards to primary school, one teacher to 25 students. And in these classes, these classes are packed. How can you social distance? You're not having any rotation and all of these things. I don't know, right? The ministry is not thinking this through. You're going through now vacation. People are going to assemble more than ever. You have the Easter holidays. And on top of it, these people are going out there, assembling, and then coming back in school. You don't know what they're going to be bringing to other people's children, right? Because there are some people who are very irresponsible in their behavior. There are so many factors that you have to take into consideration. You see, Ms. Saieed, you see September? September is much better. You see, April, I would tell parents, you are the parents, you carry that child for 9 months. If your spirit tells you teach your child until September, do just that, because your child welfare is important. Thank you, Saieed.
Thank you, my dear. So Trinidad and Tobago, we will be receiving $5 million for projects development. Let's just say $6 to $1 US. That is 30 million TT dollars. What type of projects will the government do with this $30 million? What type of project? Now, in the budget, they have allocated millions of dollars for all sorts of projects throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Social development, road repairs, bridge repairs, electrical, electronics. But does this project really come into effect? For the last 5 years. For the last 5 years. From 2015 to 2020. What sort of major project has Trinidad and Tobago achieved? What? What growth did we have in Trinidad and Tobago from 2015 to 2020? That is when the PNM were in power. We're looking at growth. We're looking at a body of people that is governing the country, that's supposed to push the country forward in growth, in sustainability, in creating growth, creating opportunities for the citizens of our country. Now, listen this. Look at Guyana. Recently, the Prime Minister was telling Mr. Rodney Charles, if you don't want to stay in Trinidad, go to Guyana. Mayor Motley went to a meeting, left Barbados, went to a meeting in Guyana, left Guyana, went back home with the opportunity of 10,000 jobs for her people. Why wasn't our energy minister involved in that meeting, energy meeting, so that he could have created some way for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to benefit from that energy meeting? But our Prime Minister told Rodney Charles, if you don't want to live in Trinidad, move to Guyana. On another note, movie town owner, I believe it's Derek Chin, he is encouraging TNT businessmen to set up shop in Guyana. Imagine that. We have a Prime Minister telling a member of the opposition, if you don't want to stay in Trinidad, go Guyana. But your energy minister, who you have placed in the energy industry, Stuart Young, didn't even go to it. So who ended up the bad one? We the citizen. Because when our minister is supposed to be playing or making headway for the country, they do business. They do business about you. Because keep in mind, at the end of every 30 days, they collect a salary with benefits from $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. You think them have time with you? No, they don't. They don't. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
With respect to the contribution the opposition making in Parliament there, it's only 4 people I observe that making proper contribution in Parliament is Ms. Kamla, Rodney Charles, Munilal, and Mr. Wade Mark. The rest of the opposition MP, they remain in dumb in Parliament. The rest of them, they don't have a voice. So why is it the other 14 member of Parliament of the opposition doesn't be making valuable contribution? Why is only
Correct.
Why is only 4 people taking all this burden? Why is it?
Correct. Well
all
said.
of them supposed to be making contribution?
Yes, in
and
one accord.
Only 4 people I see in making contribution here with respect to the members of the opposition.
Yes.
They have to work together. Because that you cannot put all the burden on 4 posts, Ms. Kamla, Rodney Charles, Munilal, and Wade Mark. Is it the rest of the member of the opposition don't have a voice? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my friend, and I'm glad you're raising the point. You see, this is why I just tell people, I am not for either side, you know. I am an independent senator, I will call myself, because I stand to represent the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. While we have MPs and opposition collecting salaries, and what you doing? So I guess the 4 opposition members, they will be facing the Prime Minister, they will be facing the Energy Minister. The Prime Minister is Dr. Keith Rowley, Energy Minister is Stuart Young, the Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, and they will also be facing Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines. So what about the others? What about the other ministers now on the PNM administration? We're not hearing nothing about them. So we have 4 from the UNC and we have 4 from the PNM. Where the rest? Where the rest? So the caller just identified 4 on the opposition bench, and I just identified 4 on the PNM bench. Where's the rest? So are we moving forward, Trinidad and Tobago? Ask yourself, at the end of 2022, what is going to be the price of a sack of flour in Trinidad? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, for the last 2 years, where have $5 billion went? Where did it go? Where did all that money go? Where did all the money go from the Heritage and Stabilization Funds? Where all that went? Up to now, the Prime Minister afraid. He's afraid to bring the Brooklyn report to the public. The day he do that, he going home. Take what telling earlier. He's afraid. And I will come here every night and let them know. That minister is afraid to come forward with that. Anytime he come forward with that, he going home one time. One time he going home. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, there's a person of interest I'm looking for after this break.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325, or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. I am looking for Darian Stanley. Darian Stanley from Simongal Trace, Rock Road. Anybody know this individual? Tell him to get in touch with Saeed, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Darian, could you get in touch with me, please, as soon as possible? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right in.
How are you, my dear?
I am okay, my dear.
Okay, nice program.
Thank you.
Like the money that they're going to invest and they have proposals to do this and do that, why they don't raise the old expenditure on this? Knowing how expensive groceries is, or Canada is expensive and they're not even taking the name to raise the old expenditure for the old age.
Thank you, my dear. The United States government has announced plans to provide $1.5 million in COVID-19 assistance through the United States Agency of International Development for countries in the Eastern Caribbean region, including Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Guyana, and others. This assistance will be focused on helping countries with vaccine development and includes effort to address vaccine hesitancy and combat vaccine myths and disinformation. So viewers, Trinidad and Tobago is going to get $1.5 million I will tell you something, That $1.5 million will go to the government, And we will not hear nothing about that money again. Nothing about that money again. Almost 9 million something TT. And we're not going to hear anything about that money. Because I'm going to tell you something. Parents they are saying cannot come up with no strategy. None whatsoever. To change vaccine hesitancy in Trinidad and Tobago. They could preach from now until 2025. They still wouldn't change it. So that money will come to the government and we wouldn't hear one single thing about that again. I could guarantee you that. Now, listen to this. The additional support will assist with community vaccination campaign and engagement activities. Assistance to TNT funding. Now, ambulance retrofittings to support vaccination activities. Hand sanitizer units at health facilities and port of entry, and COVID-19 messaging across the country. Everything will remain as is. As is. You know why? Because from the 4th of April, or let's just say, give or take, from the 19th of April, Trinidad and Tobago will be back in full swing. So you think the government going to spend close to $10 million on these things? When these things are already functioning as is? No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Paula, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
My friend, go right ahead.
Saeed, I hear talking about flour prices and all kind of things, but I know
Hey,
gas price going up and things.
Hear this now. I saw an article where National Flour Mill made a profit of $1.3 million, and they have been absorbing all the cost thus far. So I am expecting in the next couple of months to come that the National Flour Mill will actually raise their price, well, the retail price on flour. Go ahead, my friend.
Now, okay, what I want to contribute and say about that, right, is the fact that National Flour Mill is balling. They're balling gas price going up. But yet last week I read in papers they're talking about full swing carnival next year. How they funding that carnival next year? You could answer that question. Who funding that carnival next year?
Well, I guess they will use the same strategy as they did this year.
So why? No. Why is it they could not take that money and trying to absorb the gas price, flour price, and everything else?
Correct.
That's going up, so people wouldn't have this high cost of living. I hear you asking a question. What infrastructure they build, and they spend $200 and something million to build an overpass in Europe. That's the only infrastructure that runs and building the more than years Minister Works and Transport.
Hey, and you know, concerning the overpass, my friend, you know some homeowners up to this day they haven't received their full funding for their property.
Well, and nobody coming out and saying anything.
Nobody coming out and saying nothing. A homeowner contacted me on that.
But I want to bring something to your attention as well, right? You remember for the full lockdown, every day people wanted to protest, people wanted to go in town, people wanted to march, all kind of things. Do you remember that, right?
Yes.
So what happened now? The place opened up, people to protest. Where the opposition? Why the opposition are holding big protests in Port of Spain to highlight the issues that people facing? You know, if you keep in opposition, what is happening every Friday in Port of Spain? I had to tell you that, right? You know how it was when he was opposition leader. Every Friday was a big march. Anyway, sir, you enjoy your night.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. So my question is to you tonight, viewers. Where is all the funding for COVID-19 going? Trinidad has received a lot of funding for COVID-19, but yet still, persons are still waiting for grants. We're still waiting for grants. We're in 2022, and since 2021, how many people collected grants thus far? How many people? Some still waiting. People are still contacting me, Saeed, you have any idea when we're going to get our rental assistance grant? You think it's easy in Trinidad? It's a sad state. That is why I just say our country going down to the dogs. Let me tell you something, Trinidad is easy to fix, you know. There's millions of dollars circulating in Trinidad, you know. Millions of dollars circulating in Trinidad, you know. If they're taking $100 million to repair the refinery, why not build a refinery for $50 million? And get something going. Get something going, start back a refinery in Trinidad. Because that will help the economy. There is no other refinery in the Caribbean. We used to do big export of refined product, making millions of US dollars. What happened? What happened? According to the Vice President of Guyana, Bharat Jagdeo, we only have one sector that we are solely dependent on. It's oil and gas. We agriculture in Trinidad not even boosting. We can't even support Guyana in agriculture. They say, well, we had a ship thing. We can't even do that because there's no boost to the agriculture sector in Trinidad and Tobago. None. We have to import yam. We're importing cassava. We're importing dasheen. We're importing edos. Why can't the agriculture ministry come together? We have hundreds and thousands of agricultural land that is put down, Caroni land. Why not invest in some ground crops? Greenhouse, throughout Trinidad. Let it be an agriculture initiative. And you're planting the ship away. Let me tell you something now. Trinidad could fix. But when you have hard-headed people only believe that, yes, I am in power and I could do what I want. With that sort of mentality, you will end up with a stink name throughout the world, like our health minister embarrassing Trinidad and Tobago right through. Right through. The National Trade Union Center is claiming that many employees in the private sector are at risk of losing their jobs because of COVID-19 vaccination status. NACTA informed all affected employees that there is no legislative framework for COVID-19 vaccination as a recommendation for employment. I want to let you understand that. NACTA informed all affected employees that there is no legislative framework for COVID-19 vaccination as a, we're going to say precondition or recommendation for employment. They also noted that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has moved the safe zone provision under public health regulation. Listen to this.
We came up with a system of minimizing exposures of persons and determining who was vaccinated and who was not. We are in a position now to do away with all of that. We can do away with the safe zone operations, and we will be required now to continue to wear the face mask in a public place, except if you are on a sporting field.
NACTOC added that declarations for COVID-19 vaccine status is not required for participation in public life, travel, work, or leisure, and is prepared to represent any employees facing this. Now, number one, vaccine based on discrimination in hiring. Number two, where COVID-19 vaccination is being enforced as a condition of continued employment. Or, number three, where vaccination is now appended as a condition for the renewal of an expired contract of employment. Now, under these three conditions, NACTA, that is the National Trade Union Center, they are willing to stand with employees if they need representation. So viewers, I've been saying this all the time. All the time. Whether you're vaccinated or you're unvaccinated, you're still getting COVID-19. So is the vaccine helping? When you're vaccinated and you die from some sort of thing, they will say comorbidities. It's not COVID, you know. Once you're vaccinated, they're not going to say COVID, you know. You die from comorbidities. That is what they're going to say. And if you're not vaccinated and a comorbidity hit you, a heart attack, oh, they was unvaccinated. Really? I've been demonstrating this to you. I've been showing you this. Even ministers came out and said it. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my dear.
Thank you. Mr. Ali, why it is that people cannot stand up for the rights? Okay, flour mill might raise their prices. There are other items. There are people making flour, and it's better flour, so healthier flour. Right? Why don't they boycott national flour mills to show them that we could stand up for ourselves? We will get our products somewhere else. Why don't we boycott certain things in this country to show the government that we could stand up for ourselves, that we are the people that, the true fact is, we put them there.
Correct.
Mr. Ali, we have to do something to get it. But Mr. Ali, you know something? I'm telling myself, I think you better light that candle in her because she had me that light, yes? Thank you very much.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people call me and say, Saeed, is a man that do spiritual work, boy. Why you don't do something, Mike? Listen to this. I want to let you listen to this. In Egypt, there were Pharaoh. Pharaoh had sorcerers. Whenever something was threatening Pharaoh or bothering Pharaoh, he used to go to his people and they would give him a readout on how to go about things. All right. Now Pharaoh was a king in Egypt. He was elected. All right, that is Egypt. We're coming back to Trinidad. The government of the day was elected by the people. Was elected by the people. Yes, there are people in authority. When I mean authority, high up authority will come to me, Saeed. They're looking for direction, they're looking for guidance. They want to know, should I go here or should I go here? I know, being gifted with that gift of the Spirit, you understand, I will do a reading and I will guide them along certain pathway. Certain pathway. So listen to this. High authority will come down to Saeed. Pharaoh in Egypt will go down to his people. And they would guide him accordingly in Egypt. Just as in Trinidad, those in authority will come down to Saeed and I will guide them accordingly. Now, I will tell you something. The present government has been elected to work by the people of Trinidad and for the people of Trinidad. But instead, they work for the people of Trinidad. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are still looking forward for this group of people. These people that are dedicated into serving us. We are still looking at how these people would work for us. I just want to make it clear. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali have stated that the virus is being continuously monitored and the government would respond to threat responsibly at any given time. The PM also stated that he could not tell the future, so it was possible a new or more dangerous variant could occur and COVID-19 measures could be reversed. Listen to this.
And none of us know what could happen in the future, the distant or the not too distant future. If for any reason our country ends up like the country you might have mentioned, which have had to go back, because a number of countries have had to go back, what it would have meant is that the situation would have changed and the sensible response would have been to do differently to what we are doing today. And if, God forbid, that happens to us, it would be folly to say, well, we did open up and now the door can't close. We will respond to the virus responsibly, depending on the nature of the threat it poses to the population.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram also stated that continuous monitoring will also be done to examine a national change in COVID-19 cases.
We monitor 24 hours a day. So continuous monitoring is needed to be continued as before. Generally, as you would know, you tend to see, if you have changing in the movement of people, you tend to see at least 14 to 21 days to see some sort of, at least a national change in the numbers, in the hospitalization, those kinds of things. To those, over the 2 years, you have seen 14 to 21 days being sort of a benchmark where you could look and see changes occurring. So certainly within that type of time frame, you'll be a little extra vigilant to see what is happening, but it's a continuous monitoring process. It is very uncertain. I think if one thing COVID has taught us over the last 2 years is that everything is uncertain. But we have to be very vigilant. Our surveillance system has to be robust and be able to adapt to changes very quickly, and then of course inform the rest of the health response.
So now viewers, I have a little something for you. As of today, March 31st, 2022, Trinidad and Tobago Natural Gas Limited has posted yet another strong performance, delivering a significant return to shareholders, notwithstanding the challenged global economy. These were the comments of Trinidad and Tobago National Gas Limited and the National Gas Company Group Chairman, Mr. Conrad Inil, after the companies published its audited financial statement for the year ending the 31st of December 2021. The result reflects a major uplifting of 373.6% in profit after tax over 2020, excluding the positive impact of impairment reversal. Listen to this, listen to this. Total company profit amounted to $512.8 million in 2021 compared to $6.4 million in 2020. You all hearing a significant growth? Trinidad and Tobago Natural Gas Limited's underlying asset. Now, PPGPL recorded a profit after tax of $545 million, a 366.6% improvement when compared to $116.8 million for the corresponding period 2020. You all hear the significant growth? And the shareholders now, the shareholders in Trinidad and Tobago National Gas Limited, let me tell you something, they have a significant return. So whoever are the shareholders of the Natural Gas Limited, they're going to have big profit. On the 31st of March 2020, this was posted by Conrad Inil. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
My friend, how are you?
Good, good, good.
Talk to me.
And flour have expiry time, it is spoiled. These people would not protest and would not buy the flour. they would go and buy it as normal.
Correct.
So that's why I just sit back and say, let them dead. Don't worry with these people. Because they wouldn't strike, they wouldn't go and buy no flour. I mean, they would go and buy the flour. And they settled for that. And the next thing too, the embassy, somebody call the U.S. embassy and tell them don't give Trinidad no money because it's going to disappear in thin air. 53 billion disappear in thin air. Thin air. Don't give.
Thank you, my friend. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we just have a few minutes before we wrap up tonight's show.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back, viewers. Let me just give you a little update on the 3.5% viewers. Let me tell you something. Grab the opportunity now. Grab it now. Because I'm going to tell you something. With times getting hard, everybody looking for extra cash. Everybody. Now you have your money put down in your financial institute. It could be any bank, any financial institution. But the thing is, they're not giving you 3.5% on your fixed deposit. They're not. 1%, 0.25%, 1.5%, 1.5%, but you're not getting 3.5, which means you are not getting 3,500 on your $100,000 that you have put down. If you have $50,000 self, you're not even getting a good $1,000. $50,000 on a fixed deposit with Real Talk Group of Company. You're getting almost 17 to 1800 US TT on your fixed deposit. Look at the vast difference. Look at the vast difference. So why not wait for the opportunity to pass? Grab 3.5% at Real Talk Group of Companies, viewers. Oh, and by the way, those of you who have USSL, I am buying $8 for one. That is where we are today. This is where we are today. Just imagine I had to pay $8 for $1 US. Imagine that. I am a businessman, and when I go to the bank, Said, we could give you a 20 this week. And if you come next week and I count how much we have, you might get a 30. What is that? What is that? What is preventing us businessmen in Trinidad from accessing US currency? What? Is it only a Trinidad thing? Is it only a Trinidad thing? I want to know. Because I am a businessman just like any other businessman. Now, other businessmen don't have the platform to voice their concerns. So I am voicing mine on my concern. Just remember, viewers, we have our food drive taking place. You could win a 3.2 new model Ford Ranger. All you have to do is make a contribution of $1,000 and you could have the opportunity of winning a new model Ford Ranger. Remember, viewers, in 2021 we gave away a BMW, same food drive. In January we gave away a Range Rover with the same food drive. And now Ramadan is going to start on the 3rd. And I have some really nice something in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali, because I'm a Muslim. I am a Muslim and fasting month is approaching. But I have something in store for Trinidad and Tobago. Nevertheless, I want you to grab the opportunity on the 3.5%. Do that. Make an investment with our company that will secure your children's future in the next 3-4 years coming up, 5 years. Make a 5 years fixed deposit system at 3.5%. You can't go wrong. Let me tell you something. I am a businessman. I have 3 companies running. I am solid as a rock in Trinidad. And apart from that, I do business outside Trinidad. I into real estate. If I tell you some of the countries I am dealing real estate in, they will doubt me. But then say what? It's up to you to believe. So viewers, ila anta bakuma rohoba la ille zelikiba riina luma alayanta. Always remember, you as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have the ability to go forward, to stand still, and to step back. Ala anta masuruba alki bi illa anna mazuruba inna. Moses was chosen to lead his people in Egypt, out of Egypt and into the wilderness. I am Saeed, have been called for a time like this to stand up for my people and show them a different way of life. Until we meet again, viewers, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Do view it if you miss it out during the night. So until Friday night for Fire Friday, be safe and enjoy the rest of your night.